Hi everybody, welcome back to You Tips for You. Today I'm going to share with you how you can clean green using non-toxic cleansers to clean your home. Everyday things that you have in the house, natural products. You don't have to rely on chemicals that pollute your environment, that pollute the earth, that pollute your air in your home. These things build up in your home, especially in the wintertime when we have all the doors and windows closed. They build up in the environment, they build up in the air, and you breathe them in. And they are toxic chemicals. So I have a non-toxic alternative for you, and it's going to save you a lot of money as well because it's much cheaper to clean with natural products than it is to clean with store-bought chemicals. And you'll just need a few basic things. I started this when I was pregnant with my first child. I wanted a healthier and cleaner way to clean my home so I wasn't breathing in all kinds of chemicals and fumes and and I felt like the baby was as well. And that started me on it. And now I also realize it's a great thing for the environment because all of these companies produce these chemicals and they give off all kinds of noxious gases. And then you use them and you're using them and giving off noxious gases. So if you care about the air that you breathe in your home, what gets on your skin, because everything is absorbed into our bodies, everything we touch, everything we smell, and you want to at least minimize that as much as possible. So I have several things to share with you that I do that I think you'll find useful, and they're very easy. And you're going to need a couple of ingredients, and then you can mix and match. Basically, you're going to need white vinegar, and I usually buy the big gallon jug because I use this on many things. You'll need olive oil, baking soda, and I just tape it shut when I'm not using it just to keep it from drying out or moisture getting in, but Arm & Hammer baking soda or any brand, and something called borax. Now, if you're not familiar with borax, it is a natural mineral, and it works wonderfully to clean. It's a disinfectant. It prevents mold and mildew. You can make pastes with it. You can scour with it. It's great. This one's 20 Mule Team Borax. You can get this in any supermarket, which is it's used for a laundry booster, things like that. And you'll need some spray bottles so that you can make your product ahead of time and keep it in your cupboard. Put a little label on it to say whether it's, furniture polish or spray cleaner or disinfectant, whatever it is that you're going to be making, so that you grab the right bottle. And once you have these things made and stored in your kitchen or in your bathroom handy, you're going to see how easy it is to use your natural products to clean, and they clean wonderfully. They really do work. I guarantee you're going to love it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the use of vinegar. And vinegar is wonderful. It prevents the growth of molds and mildews, and it disinfects surfaces. It's just terrific. It's not as much of a disinfectant as the borax, which I will talk to you about when we make the disinfectant spray. But if you want to clean your floors, this is what I use to clean my floors. I've used it for years. It's wonderful. You don't have to rinse it off. It dries. The smell of the vinegar totally evaporates, so don't think you can have your whole house smelling like vinegar forever. It does not. It evaporates and goes away. And what you'll need is 1 cup of white vinegar and 1 pail of warm water. So about a gallon of warm water. And you mix it up in a pail and do what you always do, whether you use a mop to do your floors or if you, I like to do mine on my hands and knees, because lots of times there's little areas that I want to scrub, and I have a wood floor in the kitchen, and it's great for wood surfaces. Cleans the wood surfaces wonderfully. That's why I always use the vinegar on the wood surfaces. So you're going to love using vinegar. Vinegar you can use for so many things. I also want to talk about what you would do in the bathroom. Now, I mix up a spray bottle as well of vinegar and water. I use a 1/4 cup vinegar to 1 cup of water. And what I'll usually do is, since I'm going to keep the spray bottle for future use, I will boil the water and then make my sprays, because I just like to use purified water. It'll last longer. I don't want organisms to grow. So, a 1/4 cup vinegar, Get your spray bottle, 1 cup of boiled, you can cool the water. You don't have to put the very hot boiling water in your spray bottle. And then you can spray it anywhere. You can spray it on your toilets and your sinks and your faucets and your fixtures. And what I love to do, I keep a spray bottle of the vinegar and water in my bathroom. And after taking a shower, and everyone in my family does this, we spray the wall and we spray the shower curtain with a little vinegar spray. And what that does is it prevents the mold and mildew from growing that happens in the bathroom, that goes in your grout lines and things like that. And just while you're drying up, just let it sit on the tiles, let it sit on the shower curtain, get yourself, with your lotions and creams and dried up. And before you leave the bathroom, use your squeegee. And I talk about using a squeegee in the bathroom to prevent mold and mildew from growing in a video. I will put the link up. And you will squeegee it off the walls, but it leaves behind a little residue. That's great. It prevents the mold and mildew from growing. And as you know, black mold, getting it into your house and it's also a lot of work to scrub that off of your tiles once it builds up. So try to prevent it. It'll save you so much time in cleaning. Now, if you want a disinfectant cleaner, something that's got a little, boost for your toilet area, say, you just take a teaspoon of borax, 3 tablespoons of the white vinegar, and 2 cups of very warm water. Now, use hot water for this. And again, I like to use the boiled water. But boil it, bring it to a boil, let it boil for a minute. That's your boiled, disinfected water. And then what you would do is just let it cool a little bit, but still when it's warm, you want to mix it in with the borax and the vinegar. And that way you can dilute the borax because it's a powder and it can be cakey. So you want to make sure that it won't clog up your spray bottle. And now you've got your disinfectant spray. So any areas you want to disinfect, around the toilet say, or in front of the toilet, anything like that, spray it on. Let it sit like you would any other disinfectant spray that you buy over the counter in the store, and let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes and then wipe away. And you usually want to just rinse the surface as well. You don't want to leave the borax residue on the surface. For your tile floors in your bathroom, again, the vinegar and water, that's what I use. All my floors in the house, I use vinegar and water, the vinegar in the bucket, and I think it's great. And then I'll use the spray vinegar and water to clean just all kinds of areas. Even in my kitchen, I use it. Now, if you want to use a little bit of an abrasive cleanser to clean your tub, or say your kitchen counters if things are stuck on them, a great scouring powder is baking soda. And I've used this for years. For my tub, I will mix baking soda and borax, say about 1/4 cup each together. But if you need more, do 1/3 cup of each, depending on how much you need, because it does dissipate quickly. So if you say 1/3 cup, 1/2 cup each, and you can scrub and scour your tub, it comes beautifully clean, it's disinfected, it takes any soap, scum, and residue off, or hard water stains comes right off, and it's wonderful. Baking soda is a wonderful scouring powder. I use it on my kitchen counters, in food areas, and then you just wipe it clean with some clean, fresh water. It's a terrific thing. People have used baking soda for cleaning for years and years, and borax has been used for years and years. I mean, right here on the box it says since 1891. So that's been around. It's probably that company has been around selling borax for that long, but borax has been around forever. Some more uses for borax and baking soda. The toilet, when you want to clean your toilet, simply take a mixture, 1/4 cup of baking soda, 1/4 cup of borax, put it into the toilet, swish it around with your toilet brush, let it sit. Let it sit for a while because it just eats away at all the mold and the germs, and you will have a beautiful sparkling toilet. I usually will put it in the morning into the toilet, scrub it around a little bit, leave it there, and then I will come back, before I leave the house, around noontime, just flush the toilet, and it's sparkling clean, beautifully new. You don't have to worry about harmful gases, harmful smells, you know, hurting your porcelain, nothing like that. You won't even smell it. You can do it before you go to bed and leave it in the toilet. You don't have to worry about those fumes from the bleach or whatever cleaner that you're using bothering you. And this is especially great for pregnant women. When you're pregnant, everything, your nose is so heightened. And if you're somebody who suffers from morning sickness and smells are bothering you, which was my case, oh, I couldn't smell anything, then this is going to help you tremendously. So that pretty much talks about the bathroom and the kitchen. Two other things I can mention about the kitchen would be the oven cleaning, and you know there's very strong chemicals used to clean the oven.